What's going on, everyone? This is Jay from Premier Gaming Entertainment, bringing you my takeaway and analysis video for the game that just went final between Michigan and Rutgers. And, this was really a hard game to watch. I know it was definitely not the most popular game in the world. I don't have Big Ten Network, and usually I try to watch these games online. Somebody's usually streaming the games. Nobody was streaming this game. I had to find my back alley channels to find the stream somehow and watch this game. And one thing I'll just get out the bag right now. There is no quarterback controversy going forward. It was a nice experiment with Joe Milton. I see all the people with the Cam Newton comparisons and the potential, and he's got a big arm and all that stuff. But, it's funny, one of the biggest knocks of Joe Milton coming out of high school was his lack of accuracy. And it's been so obvious and apparent even into this game versus Rutgers. There were so many plays in that first half that he was in there where I'd see him have a throw and just be inaccurate with a throw, and it'd just be high or it'd be a little bit off to the left or whatever the case may be. And last week versus Wisconsin, he ended up getting pulled, and Cade came in there and immediately scored a touchdown on the first drive. Same thing happened this week, and going forward, this is Cade's team. We can't go back to Joe unless something happens to Cade, because Cade went in there and he did his thing for the whole game. I mean, the not only is the offense heads and shoulders better with him in there, but it just seems as a whole the team just got energized, and there was a certain sense of a purpose when he came into the game. Before he came into the game, we were already down 17-0, and had Joe stayed in there and kept trying to do what he was doing, I'm pretty sure we would have been down like 24-0 or more. Cade coming in there just completely changed the game. And I'm happy for him. He looks like the real deal. He made plays with his legs. He made amazing throws. The offense looks heads and shoulders better with him in there. So, I'm super ecstatic that we got the win. It's a shame that at the end of the day, it was a nail-biter, triple overtime game against Rutgers. I mean, really? I mean, most of the games in the past have been like 56-0, 49-0, 56-14, 78-0. I mean, it hasn't been close, especially since Harbaugh's been here. So to see us struggle like this to start off the game, and then have to claw all the way back and only have a lead in the fourth quarter versus Rutgers, is very head-scratching. But it just seems as though the team plays so much better with Cade in there. So I hope next game he's in there to start the game, because the team is just, it's like night and day having him in there. Overall, the team played, the defense, once again, very undisciplined. Secondary, giving up big plays, but, cut down on the, on the pass interference calls and stuff like that. But it's real undisciplined. Like that touchdown that they scored in the second overtime, I mean, the defense is just like, they just got like a one-track mind, There's nobody thinking outside the box. They just ran with the play, and meanwhile they're setting up to go in the opposite direction on a throwback, and there's nobody there to cover the backside. It was another play where they ran a reverse and did the exact same thing. Everybody following the flow of the ball, nobody protecting the backside, and it's just incredible. One of the things I don't understand, and I wish I had an actual video quote so I could play it, but I think it was either the last game or the game before, one of the announcers was saying that he was talking with Don Brown, and Don Brown was just saying, this is the way he plays his defense, and he's not going to change that no matter what. I'm thinking to myself, that is just so stubborn. I understand you have your system. I understand that it's worked wherever you've gone. But some point in time, you got to see the personnel on your field that you have in front of you and realize these guys can't do the things I need them to do. What can I do so that we don't get burned like that one touchdown to Melton where he beat Green by about a good 8 to 10 yards. Some point in time, you got to be thinking to myself, these guys just don't have the talent and the ability to make these plays. What can I do to help them so that they don't fail? I mean, if you keep setting up your team to fail, it's going to make them look awful. When in actuality, it's your fault as a coach for putting them consistently in that position. That's what I understand. I mean, it's like back in the day, you're playing Shaq, and you think the best way to shut down Shaq from scoring is we're gonna put Muggsy Bogues on Shaq, and we're gonna have Muggsy to shut down Shaq in the post. He's not gonna score. That's not reality. Obviously, every time Shaq catches the ball in the post and Muggsy Bogues is on him, you're just gonna dunk on him every single time. But you can't go back and look at the tape and look at the replays at the end of the game when Shaq has scored 120 points and say, man, that Muggsy Bogues guy, man, he's a poor defender. No. It had nothing to do with Muggsy. Muggsy he just doesn't have the ability to guard Shaq. You got to put someone on him that could at least potentially slow him down. The same thing with the coaching staff for Michigan. You understand that these guys are going to struggle one-on-one with man defense, especially against the quicker receivers. Can't keep putting them on an island, even though they're struggling with that. At some point in time, that's on you as a coach. But like I said, defensively, and this is another thing I'm for sure in the middle of the week I'm going to have a video about it, but I'm going to just touch on it briefly. Our lack of depth is really showing, especially on defense. I mean, I understand we're out without Kwity Paye, Aiden Hutchinson, we're out without them. Cam McGrone goes down, and the guy that replaces him is a walk-on? Something's wrong with that. Something is severely wrong with that. Half the guys I saw on the defensive line, I don't even know who they were. So, that just seems strange to me. Brad Hawkins goes down, and I'm not even sure who it was that came in to replace him. That just seems strange to me. That seems like a lack of depth. That you have an issue where you got guys that are not even big-time recruits or people, you got a walk-on replacing your middle linebacker. That doesn't seem right to me. But like I said, that's for another video. So, obviously in the third overtime we got the stop that we needed in order to win the game. But overall, obviously giving up 42 points to Rutgers is a disgrace. And I mean, the guy threw for almost 400 yards. So that just I can only imagine what's going to happen at the end of the year when we go against Ohio. I mean, Justin Fields is just going to be licking his chops. I mean, he might throw for about 600-700 yards and 9 touchdowns against us, because we're not even slowing down Rutgers. And Rutgers doesn't even have that type of big play offense. So just imagine a team like Ohio State, what they're going to do to us. But the defensive line, once again, didn't do a whole lot of anything. Linebackers, pretty much non-existent. Made bad plays, out of position, over pursuing the football. I could just go on and on. The secondary, once again, getting torched. Like I said, their quarterback almost threw for 400 yards, 3 touchdowns. So, defense, once again, the big weakness. Now, on the flip side, a huge positive obviously was our offense this game. I know it's just Rutgers, but Cade and McNamara look really, really good. And you can say, well, it was just Rutgers, but look what Joe Milton did. Joe Milton was 5 for 12. Didn't really do anything. The offense looked dead. Couldn't move the football. He was missing throws. Cade comes in right away to score a touchdown. And he threw for about 260, 4 touchdowns, 1 rushing. I thought he was really, really good as far as commanding the offense, making throws, making timely throws, great touch on the football. And another thing that I've been harping on this for the last at least 3 games. Finally, they actually did this, and it paid dividends. And what is that? Oh, we decided we were just going to have one guy be the main back and have one guy as a backup. Thank you. Haskins got the bulk of the carries, ran for over 100 yards, and Charbonnet was basically his backup. But it was, for the first time, there was some balance. For the first time, we had an idea who the lead back was. No more, you come in for one play, then the next guy comes in. You need to nip that crap in the bud. I don't even care if it's displaying between 2 guys. You can't have 4 guys splitting carries. That's just stupid. So I'm glad to see that we just buttoned down, we stopped that stupidness, and decided to have one main guy and then one guy as his backup. But I'm pretty excited to see going forward how Cade's going to play for the rest of the season, because like I said, he looked really good this game. He looked okay in the previous game. He looked good on the first drive that he did last game, and looked good for this game as well. Had great command of the offense, and we're going to just see how things go going forward. It would have been a real devastating loss if we had lost this game to Rutgers. So I'll take it. A win is a win. But we got to the defense has to play better. I know injuries on both sides of the football are affecting us. But like I said, a sign of a good team is to be able to not be reliant on, a few players. One guy goes down, you should be able to just have another guy step in. You think if that happened to Alabama, they would have been like, oh, okay, we're going to have our walk-on to come in. No. One guy goes down, they lose Waddle, Alabama does. And they say, oh, okay, well, we'll just put in another 5-star guy. Clemson, Trevor Lawrence gets coronavirus. That's okay. We're just going to put in our other 5-star quarterback. I mean, that's what it all boils down to is, do you have the depth and the talent to replace guys if guys go down? I mean, you should. It shouldn't be a big deal that, for example, Ambry Thomas opted out or that Nico decided to opt out. None of that should matter if you got the depth. It just should be next man up, and that next man up should be able to easily replace the guy that went down without too much drop-off. If there's drop-off, you got a lack of depth, period. So, like I said, I'm happy for the win, happy for the program. 3-game losing streak is over. Yes, I know it's Rutgers, but as you can see, I know we played bad, but Rutgers has actually improved. They had transfers. A few of the guys that play on Rutgers now are former Michigan players, 4-star Michigan players. So, Chiano came in and is a different mentality, a different atmosphere, different culture there. So this is not the typical Rutgers team that would just roll over and just give up. There's a little bit of fight in them. And, they put up points against Ohio State last game. So even though it's historically been just an easy game for us, this is a big win for the program. I said in the preview video that this is a must-win game, and it was a must-win game. So we're just going to have to see how the season goes. We just have to take it one game at a time and see if we can improve on this win. Anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. If you like it, definitely feel free to leave a like on the video. It definitely helps my channel. Thank you for everyone who is subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel about the game. Are you happy about the win? Do you feel that Cade should be the starter going forward? Or do you think that they're going to go back to Joe even though Cade had the game that he had? Let me know how you feel in the comment section below. And like always, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching the video, and go blue.